that it does have. I'm curious about what you guys think. What statue should be around the city?
That's easy. That's easy. Jim Brown.
Well, I'm not just Jim Brown. You have to have one of Paul Brown as well.
Well, with Jim Brown, absolutely. And Jim Brown and Paul Brown, I agree. But Jim Brown definitely needs to be in front of that stadium.
Have you heard any more about the plans for the Jim Thome statue? And what do you think?
He was like, what, the fourth best player on the team, and they want to put a statue. Wasn't nobody scared of Tommy that much. You had monsters like Albert Bell and a young pre-steroid Manny Ramirez, and hey, I mean, Tommy has a good career, but why does he have a statue? I mean, you can't
cancel that. I haven't heard anything more about it. Did they cancel that plan?
No, I think it's still gonna go forward. But if you compare Bob Feller, Bob Feller was one of the greatest pitchers of all time, Jim Thome was one of the he was just regular.
Good.
I mean, he sustained a career, but I mean, a statue needs to be someone who's extraordinary. And like Bob Feller, I mean, Mel Harder should have probably had a statue before Jim Thome, but I can't for the life of me understand why Jim Thome, who left Cleveland twice?
What about a statue outside the queue? Who would you put there?
LeBron.
I think he has to come back first for that to happen.
I mean, either way it goes, man. The guy is the greatest player to ever play in Cleveland, other than Jim Brown in any sport, I think. I mean, we hate him, but you gotta give him his due. And I also think World B. Free's jersey at least should be in the rafters.
Hey, Billy Hustle, we got about 2 seconds with you. Who do you think should be in front of the queue?
Front of the queue? I think maybe LeBron, but I think there's got to be all kinds of amends. It wouldn't surprise me if one day that his statue was out front. He came back, and even if they didn't go all the way, but he came back and everybody became friends again. I mean, he's a special talent. I don't think it'll ever happen, but who else?
I think that's about it.
Oh yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Well, Billy Hustle, thanks
Thanks,
for
Bill.
calling. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Well, that was. Well, Mr. T doesn't want him to have a statue. That's for sure.
That was hilarious.
That's pretty good.
That was hilarious.
That was pretty good. You know, I want to hear that again.
That was one from Rocky.
Yeah. You may want to hang that up, lover.
What was that from? Which Rocky? That was Rocky 3, right?
Rocky 3. T. Oh, that was so on time.
That was on time. Oh, man.
Well, you know, that works on time for who needs a timeout for me.
My man.
And who needs a timeout for me, Delvis, is LeBron James.
Okay.
LeBron James tweeted, dunk contest, ? Year after year, LeBron gets into teasing people. He's like the prettiest girl in the school. He wants to tease you. He teased you with the dunk contest. I don't know if I'm going to do it or not. Now the talk about coming to Cleveland. Oh, I don't, the rumors are going around if he's going to come to Cleveland or not. Stop it. Stop it already. Stop with all of this. You're either going to be in the dunk contest or you're not. And we know it's not. So why even go there? LeBron James, you need a timeout.
Mine is the Paterno family. I mean, no matter what they do trying to clear Joe Paterno's name, it's not going to get clear. It's obvious that he knew something, and a lot of the people in Penn State, a lot of the people in the Paterno family don't realize the reason why they're being punished is that they put the university above everything, above even the law. That is the crime, and you can't have any institution, no matter what it is, higher than the law. And this lady, I mean, it's really probably his sons, because they ain't got no job no more. They like Tommy O. Martin, they ain't got no job. But I think they just should let it go. It's over. It's done. The Joe Paterno statue is not going back up. He was a disgrace. The whole scenario, what we're trying to do is, and then you got Jerry Sandusky wants to get appeals and stuff like that. I mean, you're killing the spirits of these young men that had to endure this horror. So that's who needs a timeout.
And I
left the gate open.
And I get it with the family wanting to protect the name of their father. I get it. But I definitely agree with you. Leave it alone. It's over, and just move on. Because right now, everybody's trying to heal right now. And I mean, when was the last time you thought about Penn State situation? Months?
Right.
And then here they're going to bring it up again.
And like I said, people forgetting about the real victims in the story. It's no old fart Joe Paterno. He dead and cold. He ain't coming back. You know, the real victims and the only victims are those children that were sexually abused by a monster. And the more people talk about it, the more the healing for them is going to be that much more difficult. So that's mine, my brother.